In the vast and varied landscapes of our planet, from the driest deserts to the most verdant rainforests, life thrives in an extraordinary multitude of forms. But among these creatures there are some that command a primal, instinctual respect, a deep-seated fear that has been etched into our collective consciousness for millennia. They are masters of camouflage, ambush predators of unparalleled efficiency, and carriers of nature's most sophisticated and deadly chemical weapons. They move with a grace that belies their lethal potential, embodying both the beauty and the terror of the natural world. Their existence is a delicate dance between predator and prey, a constant struggle for survival played out in the undergrowth, in the trees, and even in the water. We are often drawn to them, fascinated by their intricate patterns and hypnotic movements, yet we are also profoundly aware of the danger they represent. This is a world where a single fleeting encounter can have ultimate consequences, where evolution has honed a perfect killing machine. In the shadows of our world, danger slithers silently. Tonight we count down the top 10 scariest snakes on the planet. Join me as we confront the creatures that haunt our nightmares. Our journey begins in the remote, sun-scorched clay plains of Central East Australia, a harsh and unforgiving environment that is home to a true legend of the serpentine world. Here, hidden within the deep cracks of the parched earth, lives a creature whose reputation precedes it. It is known by many names, but perhaps the most fitting is the fierce snake. This is the Inland Taipan, and it holds the undisputed title of the world's most venomous snake. The sheer potency of its venom is difficult to comprehend. A single bite contains enough toxicity to kill over 100 grown men or 250,000 mice. The complex cocktail of neurotoxins, myotoxins and procoagulants is designed for one purpose: to dispatch its warm-blooded prey, primarily the long-haired rat, with astonishing speed. Despite its fearsome capabilities, the Inland Taipan is surprisingly reclusive. It is a shy and placid creature by nature, preferring to retreat from any perceived threat rather than engage. One might wonder then why evolution would bestow such an overwhelming weapon upon such a timid animal. The answer lies in the unforgiving nature of its environment and the efficiency required to survive. The fear this snake inspires is born not of aggression, but of sheer potential. The knowledge that such a lethal substance exists within this solitary reptile is a humbling reminder of nature's power. The Inland Taipan is a paradox, an incredibly docile animal armed with the most powerful venom on the planet. It does not seek conflict, but it is equipped to end it with a finality that is absolute, earning its place as a truly terrifying marvel of evolution. We travel now to the dense highland forests of Southeast Asia, the domain of a true monarch. This is a snake of immense size and even greater stature, a creature so formidable it preys not on rodents, but on other snakes. This is the King Cobra, the longest venomous snake in the world. Reaching lengths of up to 18 feet, its sheer presence is enough to intimidate any creature that crosses its path. What makes the King Cobra so uniquely terrifying is not just its size, but its intelligence and its iconic threat display. When confronted, it does not simply hiss or flee. It rises, lifting up to a third of its body straight off the ground, flaring its majestic hood and fixing its gaze with an unnerving, almost cognitive intensity. It can look a grown man in the eye, a direct and chilling challenge from a predator that knows no fear. The venom it delivers is as magnificent as the snake itself. While not the most potent on our list, the sheer volume injected in a single bite is staggering, enough to kill a fully grown elephant. This snake is also unique in its parental care. The female builds a nest for her eggs, a complex two-chambered structure of leaves and twigs, and guards it with ferocious devotion until the young hatch. Even its hiss is unlike that of any other snake. It is a low-frequency, resonant growl, a sound that seems to emanate from the very depths of the forest, a primal warning that something powerful is near. The King Cobra is more than just a snake. It is a symbol of wild, untamable power. To stand before a King Cobra in its defensive posture is to experience a profound and instinctual terror, a direct confrontation with one of nature's ultimate sovereigns. Our countdown now takes us to the savannas and rocky hills of sub-Saharan Africa, The hunting ground of a snake synonymous with speed and aggression. Its name alone is enough to evoke a cold dread, the Black Mamba. This name, however, is a misnomer. The snake's body is a shade of grey or olive brown. The black refers to the inky, coffin-black interior of its mouth, which it gapes open in a terrifying display when threatened. The Black Mamba is renowned for its velocity. It is the fastest land snake on the planet, capable of moving at speeds of up to 12 miles per hour. But it uses this speed not for chasing prey, but for escaping danger, or if cornered, for launching a devastatingly swift attack. It confronts threats with a series of rapid, successive strikes, a blur of motion that is almost impossible to defend against. Its venom is a fast-acting and complex neurotoxin, often referred to as a kiss of death. Without rapid administration of antivenom, a bite from a Black Mamba has a mortality rate of nearly 100%, with death sometimes occurring in as little as 20 minutes. The venom quickly shuts down the nervous system, causing rapid onset of paralysis, including the muscles responsible for breathing. It is a terrifyingly efficient killer. The Mamba's reputation is further bolstered by its seemingly nervous and unpredictable temperament. It is highly alert and will strike at anything it perceives as a threat, often with little provocation. Living in a region with a high human population density, encounters are tragically common. The Black Mamba represents an immediate and mortal danger. Its combination of speed, aggression, and a venom that offers a terrifyingly small window for survival places it firmly on our list. It is not a monster, but a perfectly evolved predator, an embodiment of lethal efficiency that commands fear and respect in equal measure. We journey now to the neo-tropical jungles and agricultural plantations of Central and South America. Here, amidst the leaf litter of the forest floor, lurks a pit viper, whose name translates to spearhead. This is the fer-de-lance, a member of the Bothrops genus, a group of snakes responsible for more human fatalities in the Americas than any other. Its unpredictability is perhaps its most terrifying trait. The fer-de-lance is a master of camouflage, its mottled brown and grey pattern rendering it nearly invisible against the forest floor. It is an ambush predator, lying in wait for hours, sometimes days, for unsuspecting prey to wander within striking range. This patience makes it incredibly dangerous, as people often step on or near the snake without ever seeing it, provoking a defensive strike that is lightning fast. Its venom is a horrifyingly potent hemotoxin. Unlike the neurotoxins that attack the nervous system, this venom wages war on the blood and tissue. It is powerfully anticoagulant, preventing blood from clotting, while simultaneously destroying blood cells and vessel walls. This leads to massive internal and external bleeding. But its most gruesome effect is the necrosis. The venom digests tissue, causing flesh to rot and decay, often requiring amputation even if the victim survives. What makes the fer-de-lance particularly frightening is its irritable and defensive nature. When it feels threatened, it may exhibit a unique behavior known as caudal luring, wiggling the tip of its tail like a worm to attract a predator's attention away from its head before launching a strike. From coffee plantations to remote villages, the fer-de-lance shares its habitat closely with humans, leading to frequent and often tragic encounters. Its combination of perfect camouflage, a defensive and unpredictable temperament, and a venom that causes excruciating, tissue-destroying effects makes it a source of profound fear throughout its range. It is a spearhead of pain and terror, a formidable predator of the jungle floor. We return to Australia, but this time not to the remote outback, but to the far more populated eastern coast. In the fields, farmlands, and even the suburban backyards of major cities, lives a snake responsible for more deaths in Australia than any other. This is the eastern brown snake, a creature whose danger is magnified by its proximity to human civilization. This snake is not particularly large, but what it lacks in size, it more than makes up for in the potency of its venom and the speed of its strike. Its venom is the second most toxic of any land snake, surpassed only by the Inland Taipan. It is a complex mix, but its most devastating component is a powerful procoagulant that causes the victim's blood to clot internally, leading to rapid collapse, stroke, and heart attack. The eastern brown snake is notoriously nervous and reactive. When startled, it adopts a distinctive S-shaped posture, raising its head and forebody from the ground, ready to strike with incredible velocity. The strike is often so fast it is missed, and the bite itself can be painless, leading some victims to tragically underestimate the danger. The fangs of the eastern brown are very small, and the initial bite may leave only faint, almost invisible scratches. It thrives in open landscapes like pastures and fields, which unfortunately brings it into constant contact with farmers, gardeners, and even children playing in their yards. This deceptiveness is part of what makes it so terrifying. A person may not realize they have been envenomated until the catastrophic effects of the venom begin to take hold, by which point it may be too late. The snake's tendency to deliver multiple bites in a single defensive attack further increases the risk. Its presence in the most densely populated areas of Australia makes the eastern brown snake a constant and unpredictable threat. It is a suburban nightmare, a reminder that even in our own backyards, the wild world can intrude with lethal consequences. We find ourselves back in sub-Saharan Africa, but this time we look not to the ground, but to the trees. Here lives a snake whose name in Afrikaans means tree snake. The boomslang is a slender, elegant creature, often with large, captivating eyes that give it a deceptively gentle appearance. But behind this placid facade lies one of the most potent venoms in the serpentine kingdom. The boomslang is a rear-fanged snake, meaning its fangs are located at the back of its mouth, not the front. This once led to the mistaken belief that it was harmless to humans, as it needed to chew on its victim to deliver a significant dose of venom. This myth was tragically debunked in 1957 when a prominent herpetologist, Carl Schmidt, was bitten and, underestimating the danger, documented his symptoms in a diary until his death. The venom of the boomslang is a slow-acting but incredibly powerful hemotoxin. It works by disabling the body's blood-clotting mechanism. For hours, even a day or more after the bite, the victim may feel perfectly fine, but internally a catastrophic process has begun. The venom slowly breaks down the fibrinogen in the blood, leading to uncontrollable hemorrhaging. This delayed reaction is what makes the boomslang so insidiously terrifying. A victim might dismiss the bite, only to find themselves a day later bleeding from every orifice, the gums, the nose, the eyes, and even seeping blood through the pores of their skin. The snake itself is shy and non-aggressive, relying on its brilliant green or brown camouflage to avoid detection in the foliage. It will almost never bite unless handled or severely provoked. But the sheer horror of its venom's effects, the deceptive delay before the onset of symptoms, and the historical underestimation of its power grant the boomslang a unique and chilling place on our list. It is a beautiful arboreal hunter with a truly terrifying secret weapon. Once again, our journey takes us to southern Australia and its coastal islands, a region that seems to be a crucible for serpentine evolution. Here, in wetlands, creeks and grasslands, lives a snake that embodies raw, defensive aggression. The tiger snake, named for the distinctive yellow and black bands found on some individuals, is one of the continent's most dangerous inhabitants. These snakes are highly variable in their appearance, with colours and patterns changing dramatically depending on their location. But one thing remains constant: their potent venom and their readiness to use it. When threatened, a tiger snake will put on a dramatic and intimidating display, flattening its neck and body and raising its head high, hissing loudly, before launching a series of powerful, accurate strikes. The venom is a complex cocktail of neurotoxins, coagulants and myotoxins. This multi-pronged attack ensures a swift and certain death for its prey, which mainly consists of frogs and other small mammals. In humans, a bite can be catastrophic. The neurotoxins cause paralysis and respiratory failure, the coagulants can cause blood clots or uncontrolled bleeding, and the myotoxins inflict severe muscle pain and damage, often leading to kidney failure. What makes the tiger snake so particularly scary is its temperament. While it will try to escape when possible, if it feels cornered or surprised, it becomes exceptionally aggressive. It will not hesitate to bite, and it will often hold on, ensuring a full and fatal dose of venom is delivered. This tenacity, combined with the venom's potency, makes every encounter a life-threatening event. Living in some of the most agriculturally productive and populated regions of southern Australia, tiger snakes frequently come into contact with people. Their penchant for watery environments means they are often found near farms, dams, and even suburban waterways. This proximity, coupled with their aggressive defensive nature and a venom that attacks the body on multiple fronts, makes the tiger snake a truly terrifying adversary and a major cause of snakebite fatalities down under. We travel to the arid regions of Africa, the Middle East, and the Indian subcontinent, lands of sand and stone. Here, often buried just beneath the surface, lives a small snake with a colossal reputation. The saw-scaled viper may be diminutive in size, rarely exceeding 2 feet in length, but it is responsible for more human deaths than all other snake species combined. Its fearsome reputation is built on a combination of factors, beginning with its highly irritable and aggressive nature. It is quick to strike, and its venom, while not the most potent drop-for-drop, is exceptionally dangerous. It is a powerful hemotoxin and cytotoxin that causes systemic hemorrhaging, coagulopathy, and severe localized swelling, blistering, and necrosis. The pain is said to be immediate and excruciating, but what is perhaps most terrifying about this viper is its unique warning sound. It does not hiss in the conventional sense. Instead, it contorts its body into a series of C-shaped coils and rubs its specially keeled, serrated scales together. This produces a loud, rasping, sizzling sound like water on a hot plate, an unmistakable and chilling announcement of its presence. It is the sound of imminent danger. Saw-scaled vipers are nocturnal hunters, which increases the likelihood of accidental encounters with humans, especially in rural agricultural communities, where people often work and walk barefoot at night. Their habit of hiding in sand, loose soil, or rock piles makes them incredibly difficult to spot. A person can be standing inches away from one and not know it until they hear that terrifying rasping sound. The sheer number of bites, a consequence of its wide distribution, aggressive nature, and proximity to human populations, is staggering. While the mortality rate for a single bite is lower than some others on this list, the astronomical number of envenomations makes this small viper the world's deadliest snake by a grim and significant margin. It is a tiny titan of terror, a creature whose sound alone signals death. Our penultimate snake brings us back to Australia and New Guinea, to the woodlands, grasslands, and coastal heaths. This creature is a master of patience, an ambush predator so specialized that it barely seems like a snake at all. With its broad triangular head, thick body, and thin tail, it more closely resembles a viper. This is the death adder, a name that leaves no room for ambiguity. The death adder is a biological landmine. It does not actively hunt, it waits. Buried beneath sand or leaf litter, perfectly camouflaged, it lies in wait, sometimes for days on end. The only part it moves is the very tip of its tail, a modified worm-like lure which it wiggles enticingly to attract inquisitive prey like birds, lizards, or small mammals. When the unsuspecting victim comes to investigate, the trap is sprung. The strike of the death adder is one of the fastest in the world. From its coiled, hidden position, it can lunge, bite, inject venom, and return to its striking position in less than a tenth of a second. It is a blur of motion, an explosion of deadly intent that is virtually impossible for its prey or an unfortunate human to evade. The fangs are long, ensuring a deep and effective delivery of venom. Its venom is a highly potent neurotoxin. Unlike many other Australian snakes, it does not contain coagulants. Its sole purpose is to induce paralysis. The onset of symptoms can be slow, but they are relentless. The venom blocks the signals from the brain to the muscles, leading to progressive weakness, loss of coordination, and eventually complete respiratory paralysis. Before the development of a specific antivenom, a bite from a death adder was fatal in about 50% of cases. The sheer perfection of its hunting strategy is what makes the death adder so terrifying. It is a patient, silent, and invisible assassin. The combination of flawless camouflage, a tempting lure, the fastest strike on the continent, and a potent neurotoxic venom makes it a supremely efficient killer. To walk through its habitat is to be unaware of the deadly ambush that could be lying, quite literally, under your feet. We arrive at the top of our list, in the fields, jungles, and human-altered landscapes of the northern Philippines. The creature that holds our number one spot is not the biggest, the fastest, or the most venomous in a single drop. Instead, it earns its place through a terrifyingly unique adaptation. It does not need to bite you to deliver its deadly payload. This is the Philippine Cobra. This cobra possesses a purely neurotoxic venom, one of the most potent of any cobra species. It is a substance designed for one thing: the rapid shutdown of the nervous system. A bite can cause respiratory paralysis and death in under 30 minutes, but it is the delivery method that truly sets it apart. The Philippine Cobra is a spitter, and it is arguably the most accurate and deadly sharpshooter in the snake world. When threatened, it rears up, flares its hood, and with incredible precision forcibly ejects a fine spray of venom towards the threat. It aims for the eyes and can accurately hit a target from up to 10 feet away. The venom, upon contact with the eyes, causes immediate excruciating pain and inflammation. While it is not absorbed into the bloodstream this way, it can cause permanent blindness if not washed out immediately. The true terror lies in the fact that this spitting is a defensive prelude to a bite. The snake spits to disable and disorient its attacker, creating an opportunity to either escape or to close the distance and deliver a fatal bite. It can attack you from a distance, blinding you before moving in for the kill. This ability to project its weapon makes every encounter with the Philippine Cobra uniquely perilous. Its habitat in rice paddies and agricultural areas ensures frequent contact with humans. Its boldness, combined with a highly toxic, fast-acting venom and the terrifying ability to spit that venom with pinpoint accuracy, creates a nightmare scenario. It can harm you from afar and kill you up close. For this combination of deadly traits, the Philippine Cobra stands as our number one scariest snake on the planet. We have journeyed across the globe, from the sunburnt heart of Australia to the dense jungles of Asia and the savannas of Africa, confronting the creatures that embody our deepest fears. We have witnessed the lightning strike of the death adder, the long-distance threat of the Philippine Cobra, and the sheer potency of the Inland Taipan. These snakes, with their incredible venoms and specialized hunting techniques, are the result of millions of years of evolution, honed to a razor's edge of lethal efficiency. They are not evil, not monsters, but perfect predators playing their part in the grand, often brutal theater of the natural world. The fear they inspire in us is instinctual, a survival mechanism passed down from our earliest ancestors who shared their world with these silent hunters. Yet this fear should be tempered with a profound sense of respect and awe. These animals are not malicious. They are defenders of their own lives, equipped with formidable tools to survive in unforgiving environments. They control rodent populations, maintain the balance of their ecosystems, and their complex venoms even hold secrets that could lead to new medicines and a deeper understanding of biology. Remember, while these snakes inspire fear, they are vital to our ecosystems. Respect their power and marvel at their place in the wild. Their existence reminds us that our planet is still a place of wonder, mystery, and untamed power. By understanding them, we not only learn to coexist more safely, but we also gain a deeper appreciation for the intricate and beautiful tapestry of life on Earth. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Be safe and stay curious. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe for more content.